Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I got up early again this morning and decided to go knock a show out for you. The first thing I wanted to show you is this is another clip from a video I think I played yesterday or the day before. I Am Legion brought my attention to another clip from that. This Dilip Rao was he's not at Ripple now, but he's like very sharp. And listen to what he says here about XRP.
That's when the two will converge. So from a use case point of view, we think we still have a solid platform, a solid base as to what is the problem being solved. Is it a big problem? And who is ultimately going to use XRP? And in our case, we think it's going to be financial institutions, or it's going to be market makers who want to come in and play in that business. And it's a huge, as I mentioned, a $27 trillion base that is there today. So if you go by that, I'm not selling my XRP.
So there you have it. I'm not selling my XRP, and neither am I. I wanted to show you this. This is interesting. With an SEC, yesterday XRP hit up 46 cents or so yesterday evening, and I tweeted this out because I think it's something that people aren't really thinking about much. So you've got an SEC lawsuit. I mean, is there much worse that can happen to XRP in the United States than to have the SEC sue them? Not much, I wouldn't think. So you have an SEC lawsuit. Meanwhile, XRP, the price of XRP is higher than it was before they did the lawsuit, is my understanding. And I find that amazing. I think that ties directly into like for instance, the news we were showing yesterday. SBI in Japan is lending XRP now, getting into lending XRP. I think people are seeing that and they're saying, no, wait a minute. This is a global thing. This is the SEC thing is important, but it's not a showstopper in the end. And I think the SEC themselves know that it would be a detriment to the United States to try to stop the show because it will go on and somebody else will co-opt the technology. So I think that's a pretty important point to make. Okay, now XRP Cryptowolf had put this out. A new milestone for crypto market cap has been reached. A gigantic 1.13 trillion of combined value in cryptocurrency market. Cryptocurrency marks the highest level of all time. Now, it's actually higher than that now. Here is coin market cap. We're at $1.148 trillion, folks. Trillion. XRP sitting there up 12% at 43 cents. Let's see what Stellar's up 8%. This market is on like Donkey Kong. And let me tell you what, I'm gonna show you something else after this. This is from J.C. Collins, who, by the way, J.C. Collins has philosophyofmetrics.com. Go check his website out. He does like a geopolitics and economics website, and the guy has some specific XRP articles that are fascinating. Go check his website out. Okay, but he said this is called a leading indicator, and he's retweeting this from Leonidas. Google Trends XRP 5 years, dotted line equals partial incomplete data. Data to be completed on February the 6th. Look at this. This was back during the bull run of 2017, 2018. And look at what this trend is looking like right now. Now that is, to me, that says a lot. And just think, if the price of XRP is what it is right now, I just want you to think, what in the world is going to happen when I don't think there's going to be a settlement. I think Ripple wants a decision and I think that the decision is going to benefit all of crypto, because I don't think that these judges and the SEC is stupid. I think they know this has to happen. Okay, now I wanted to make this point as well. I've been in crypto since 2013. I was laughed at and made fun of by friends here since then because crypto was a big joke to them. I have more people in my town trying to talk to me this week than ever, and I don't blame them. Look at those freaking numbers, zero doubt ever. Now, this was a snapshot from Coin Paprika yesterday. Look at these 7-day returns, 30-day returns, 1 quarter return, 1 year return. And I want you to think to yourself, XRP's up 68% in 7 days, 91% in 30 days, 71% in a quarter, 57.87% for the year against the backdrop of being sued by the SEC. This is what excites me more than anything, because this thing gets resolved. And so what happens if XRP does that under the cloud of an SEC lawsuit that in my opinion was completely politically motivated? If that's the case, what happens when you take that albatross out from around the neck of XRP? That's the question. XRP Bart sent me this, MoneyGram, and by the way, I've got an 8-year-old who is bugging the crap out of me about taking him to Chick-fil-A because it's Friday morning, and he doesn't forget. He already came in here and wrote on a note to me that I want you to take me to Chick-fil-A. So this kid is persistent. He doesn't give up. He's learned something from his old man. I couldn't remember if I covered this, but it's important. MoneyGram and Visa today launched the industry's first real-time P2P payment solution to Vietnam. Read the full press release here. MoneyGram, who is a partner with Ripple, and Visa, who bought Earthport, who is a partner with Ripple. I wonder if Ripple's somewhere in the mix. You better believe it. And then XRP Cryptowolf RippleNet received the SOC2 seal of approval certifying Ripple services as best in class for privacy and security. In under 1 year, 40 financial institutions and banks adopted RN Cloud to modernize core payment infrastructure faster and cost efficiently. I'm going to show you something, by the way, at the end of this video that you might find pretty surreal. Okay, this is cool. XRP Cryptowolf, LL Cool J, Paul Tudor Jones, and more back a $72 million crypto VC fund. Here's what's interesting about this is that one of the people is Glenn Hutchins. Now remember, Glenn Hutchins just left the New York Federal Reserve. I guess Glenn Hutchins has been a part of laying the foundation of all that's about to happen with digital assets and decided maybe it's time to leave all the political stuff behind and go make some money off of this. So Glenn Hutchins and his son, James Hutchins, and a partner, Travis Shear, they've all launched this with these guys, some heavyweights. And here's Travis Shear announcing this. Excited to talk about what we've been building for the past year. North Island VC, a new $72 million crypto-focused VC co-founded by me, James Hutchins, and Glenn Hutchins. You better believe, keep your eyes on that project, folks. That's all I got to say. Okay, Genesis, it says announcing Genesis Treasury, helping proactive treasurers use Bitcoin to optimize the mix of assets on their balance sheet and deliver meaningful contributions to overall financial performance. Find out here. So they're going to start actually helping companies and their treasury to invest in Bitcoin, and I'm sure it'll be others. Riz XRP sent me this. Ripple from Bank XRP, Ripple MD Naveen Gupta on how fintech company helps banks leverage blockchain for remittance. I'm not going to go into the article. This guy we've covered 1,000 times, and he's very smart. But you can go and read that article. It's techcircle.in if you want to check it out. Michelle Vandenberg, you got to see this now, folks. Breaking news, this is from yesterday. Bank of England gives banks 6 months to prepare for negative interest rates. Here we go. Okay? Now, at this point, I want to bring something to your attention I haven't talked about in a while, but it's very important. Okay? First, okay, we know that they've got negative interest rates coming. All right? This is bankrate.com. These are the best savings accounts and rates as of February 2021. Look at these. The best overall rate, Community Direct, 0.6% APY. High rates, Biobank, Synchrony Bank. Look at these rates. They're pitiful. Okay? This is the result of what all these central bankers have done to our world over the last 30 or 40 years, okay? We knew that this day would come. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. The savers are now penalized unless you are in digital assets. It's called staking. You can do it on Coinbase. I wanted to show you, let's see down here. Right now on Coinbase, the eligible cryptocurrencies. Now this article is from back, I don't know when this is from, but I think it may be current. The eligible cryptocurrencies for staking right now are Algorand, Cosmos, and Tezos. Now I think that's correct, okay? Now I was on Coinbase yesterday and I couldn't believe it when I saw that Algorand is paying a 6% APY. Now, Algorand is not a stable coin, okay? So there is price fluctuation, so it's not like a savings account. But this is just Coinbase right here. There are right now some of these platforms that are paying interest rates on stable coins, okay? And so I wanted to show you, this is just as an example, this is Binance.us. They're paying, look at these percentages. Now I don't know if any of these are stable. I know that's not a stable coin. I know that's not. Tezos is not, I don't think. Algo, I don't know if any of these are stable coins. But there are some stable coins that are earning interest rates. But look at Algo. This thing is earning between 8 and 10% on Binance.us. That's crazy. Some of these are pretty crazy. Tezos is 6 to 7%. But my point is that you can earn interest right now and you can't get it at these banks. It's a no freaking brainer. I'm doing this myself, okay? This is a no brainer. Now, I would caution you because you don't want to just go and do this anywhere, okay? You don't want to, in fact, myself, the only staking I'm going to be doing is on Coinbase. Now, I'm not saying that there's other places that aren't legit. I'm just saying that's the only place I'm going to be doing it. I wanted to show you this too. I have an iTrustCapital Roth IRA and SEP IRA. Inside of that IRA, they are about to make it where you can have staking in there. They did this whole article, and by the way, in the description of all my videos, you'll see iTrustCapital, you can get, there's like a coupon for a month free if you open an account or whatever. That's in the description, and there's a link to iTrustCapital. But I just wanted to show you their last line here in their article on staking. While staking has yet to be enabled on our platform, we hope to support Ethereum and other proof-of-stake networks in early 2021. So I'm going to follow up with them on this to see where they stand. Now, this is what's kind of surreal. This was sent to me by Mark G, and I want to give some credit where credit's due here before I go over this. Brad Combs has been talking about the idea of issuing bonds or XRP being the equivalent of a bond, okay? And all of you out there know what we've been going through over the last year with the current events, as I call them, okay? History repeats itself, folks. I want you to see something. Blockchain bonds, how they work and why we need them. In a nutshell, blockchain bonds, also known as digital bonds, are like regular bonds but faster, easier, and more interesting. Instead of buying and selling pieces of paper, they are issued and traded on the blockchain. All right, now I want to take you down. First, I want to show you a little picture here. Does that look familiar? That was in, I'll show you the history down here. This is really surreal when you look at it, to me. Okay, let's see if I can find the, come on, where's the history part? This thing may have passed it. Let me go back up. Okay, the Liberty Bond. All right. During World War I, the United States was faced with the great challenge of how to pay for the escalating costs of the war. They created the Liberty Bond, which transformed the way money was done. In a Liberty Bond, citizens loaned money to the government to finance the war. This was before the days of a $750 billion national defense budget. There were a few flavors of Liberty Bonds: corporate, expensive, individual, affordable, even collectible stamps for the poor. These were heavily promoted via a massive communication campaign enforcing the idea that buying war bonds was every citizen's patriotic duty, and the repeated messaging worked, raising $17 billion for war effort. Every citizen on average bought $170 of bonds, about $3,500 today. And they had all these advertising campaigns. Like all bonds, Liberty bonds paid interest on a regular basis. On the date of the repayment, the principal was paid in full. Citizens were taking a leap of faith that the government would win the war and pay them back, which had a secondary benefit. It galvanized the public sentiment that the government should win the war. It united the cause. Liberty bonds also transformed personal finance because it was the first time most citizens invested in something new and weird. This innovation would last 100 years, with governments regularly issuing bonds to raise money for new projects. New and weird eventually became old and boring. Eventually, this innovation would even reach down to the state level. Municipal bonds were issued to raise money for, say, a new school or subway line. Citizens bought bonds, lent money to the state government, who would pay them back, interest over time, and eventually repay the bond in full. I think you might be getting where this is all going, folks. This is going to happen. You write it down, mark my words, this is going to happen, and I'll bet you money when the history books are written, it's not a coincidence that Robbie Mitchnick left Ripple and went to BlackRock, because when this is done, write this down. I'll whisper it to you so you remember it, just for emphasis. When these bonds are issued, BlackRock will be at the very center of all of this. Write it down. BlackRock is right dead center in the middle of this, and so is BNY Mellon. I've been saying it for over 2 years. Ground zero is BNY Mellon, BlackRock, and the U.S. federal government. It's gonna happen, and this right here, I'm gonna carry you out on this video with a little video from, when was this? I think this happened during this, I don't even say these words, but in 1918. And I want you to tell me, this is a little video from a bond parade in San Francisco. Tell me if you recognize any of what's going on here, if you're wondering whether history repeats itself. San Francisco, 1918, World War I Liberty Bond Parade.
This is American History TV on C-SPAN.
Look what everybody's wearing. Does that look familiar to you?
48 hours of programs exploring our nation's past.
Oh my goodness. I watched this video this morning. I was just fooling around, looking around YouTube, and I was like, son of you know what. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe. Hit the like button and tell your friends and family that you're going to be talking about digital bonds before it's over. And if you're an XRP holder, you might very well own them right now. Thank you for listening.